Oh, medyo late na tayo dito. OnePlus 15, yung pinaka-flagship phone na meron ni OnePlus. And probably one big change na makita mo dito is that they no longer collaborate with Hasselblad. Makita naman natin later kung nag-maintain mga photos or medyo umatras. So paano yan? Let's go ahead and unbox this one. So makita natin the typical box ng OnePlus 15. May isang malaking 15 dito. And by the way, this is a China ROM phone na finlash natin sa global ROM. Malalaman nyo later kung ano nga bang benefits nito and makita no OnePlus and in-house na ang kanyang camera development. So basically, they ended their collaboration with Hasselblad. So buksan mo na natin. Yun. May malaking 15 dito. And their favorite quote, never settle. Buksan natin. So here are the things inside. May OnePlus sticker tayo. Meron tayong warranty card, the Chinese. And meron tayong jelly case na kasama. Andito yung phone. We have yung kanyang traditional red A to C cable. We have their 120 watts na SuperVOOC fast charging brick na meron ni Oppo. And of course, nandyan yung kanyang panundot. So, yan. Ang ganda ng kanyang color, ah. Nung chinecheck ko ang kanyang translation, this is basically a sand color. And I really love tong color niya. Very stand out. And by the way, itong OnePlus 15, binili natin to kay UKDB Gadgets. This is a China ROM phone na 12 gigs of RAM and a 512 gigs of storage. Mabibili nito ng 39,500 pesos. And I'll post the link on the description box below kung saan pwede siya makuha or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para ma-redirect kayo sa mga official na recommended store na legit and hindi scammers. So kunting ingat lang, ang dami kasi scammer talaga. Na pagdating sa price difference, medyo malaki matitipid mo dito sa phone nito dahil medyo above 50,000 pesos ang 512 na OnePlus 15 sa global market. Well, yun ang mga official release dito sa Pilipinas. Itong flash global ROM na OnePlus 15, you get a China ROM price with a global ROM inside. The only downside, walang warranty lang sa Pilipinas. Pero for me, it's worth it. Now, siguro the next question na tatanong mo sa akin is that, would you get everything na global dito sa phone na ito? Yes, you would get everything from eSIM to 5G connectivity. Lahat makukuha mo dito on this phone. Now, rest assured, magkakaroon ka ng mga updates dito on this phone ng official. To simply prove to you na may updates ka makukuha dito, ito guys, meron akong update na hindi ko pa in-update para makita ninyo lang na meron ka pang updates na makukuha dito. Yan, download update. Medyo malaki-laki at 2.3 gigs worth ng update. All I need to do is to simply hit ito download. And yan, downloading, maya-maya mag-install na siya. Pero of course, mamaya ko na siyang tatapusin kasi i-review muna natin. Now, one of the things na sobrang gusto ko dito sa phone nito na uniquely sa kanya lang is yung feel ko dito sa likod. Hindi siya yung sobrang smooth, hindi rin siya yung sobrang matte yung feel. Yung katamtaman lang. I would tell you na parang may pagka-powder coating feel dito sa likod niya, which I would say na quite unique on its own. Kahit dito sa gilid niya, ganun din ang feeling niya, no? That's probably one thing na hindi ko makita sa ibang phones, ibang brands. Now, this is what you see underneath and nandito sa gilid ang kanyang ringer toggle button, which I find really helpful, especially pag nasa meeting ako, long press to silent, long press to vibrate, or long press para bumalik sa normal ringing mode. One of the good things dito sa kanyang camera bump is that flat na siya. Wala na nakaumbok ng mga camera rings dito, which I personally really appreciate. And quite thin din ang kanyang bezels. That's all for the design. Ito phone nito, ang kanyang likod is being protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. It has aluminum side frames. And ang kanyang harap is being protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Kaya kasi sinasabi ko siya, sobrang okay siya. IP68, IP67, that's water resistant. So overall, the phone nito is very much protected. And by the way, kung ako tatanungin mo kung may eSIM siya, ito, meron siyang eSIM na additional. So you get a eSIM goodness dito. Pag China ROM yan, you won't get any eSIM na capability. And of course, on top of that, 5G ready na rin siya. Globe and Smart. And dito SIM. Overall, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Kung gusto mo makita ang full spec sheet ng OnePlus 15, ito na. Now, one of the good things dito sa Oxygen OS 16 is that very smooth ang experience. Take note, this is not Color OS dahil na-flash na natin ito. And you get the goodness of a global phone ng OnePlus. Smooth, wala masyadong bloatware, halos vanilla Android feel. Those are the good things that you get from this UI. Now, on top of that, pagdating sa multitasking, wala kang maging problema dahil sobrang smooth niya. Lahat ng mga apps na gusto mo patakbuhin dito sa kanya, I would tell you na kayang-kaya na patakbuhin. Now, on the flip side, kahit gusto mo mag-edit dito ng 4K na video, you can simply do it. Dahil this one is being powered by the latest and the most powerful chip na meron ni Qualcomm, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Lahat ng tinest ko dito sa kanya, maning-mani lang naman sa kanya, AAA games, doing video edit, doing your AI, lahat simple lang sa kanya. And ito ang score na nakuha natin dito sa Antutu benchmark, which is a 3.46 million points, which for me is quite a high score para sa flagship level na chip. Now, if you want to see the other benchmark na ginawa natin dito sa phone na ito, share natin. Kapag dating naman sa battery, this one has a big battery. 7,300 mAh na silicon carbon na battery, which can charge you up to 120 watts na fast charging. On top of that, meron pa siyang 50 watts of wireless charging, 10 watts of reverse wireless charging, 5 watts of reverse wired charging, and it also has your favorite bypass charging. Now, hooray para sa mga gamers out there. In terms of battery consumption, sabihin ko sa inyo guys, na makuna naman ka ng battery could last you 2 days upon using this one on a normal daily average usage. Of course, siyempre sabihin ko sa inyo na every user, iba-ibang na usage pattern, so hindi pare-pareho. Pero sa akin, on normal basis ko, you see for all my daily tasks, hindi masyado babad sa gaming, just a mild game, kunting nood ng video, kunting video chat, 2 days kaya naman na magtagal. Basta normal usage, sinasabi ko sa inyo. And nung sinala ko to sa PC Mark battery stress test, nakakuha tayo ng 22 hours and 22 minutes of screen on time. This test is under 50% brightness and 60 Hz of screen refresh rate. Now, pagdating sa kanyang display, this one has a 6.78-inch na LTPO AMOLED display with 165Hz screen refresh rate, Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and a 1,800 nits na maximum brightness. Under the direct sunlight, wala kang maging problema dito sa phone nito. And I would say na quite punchy ang kanyang colors dito, lalo kung if you're browsing sa mga social media mo, watching your favorite shorts, your reels, pag mag-swipe ka naman dito, with a 165Hz screen refresh rate, smooth naman siya. And honestly, I would tell you na basta meron kang magandang internet connection, mabilis naman mag-load yung mga shorts dito on this phone. Now, if you're trying to watch naman mga favorite shows mo on YouTube, Netflix, expect to give you a really nice experience dahil punchy ang kanyang colors. I did watch mga NBA semifinals na basketball game dito and sobra naman ako nag-enjoy. Immersive naman experience ko dito. And I'm pretty sure pag meron kang phone nito, mag-enjoy ka rin. Na itong phone na ito has dual stereo speakers. Meron dito dalawa sa ilalim, and meron din dalawa dito sa ibabaw, except na medyo mas maliit ang butas sa ibabaw kaysa dito sa ilalim. So let's just simply test kung kasing lakas yan ng mga flagship type pang phone or medyo mas mahina siya. Uy guys, malakas ang kanyang sounds ha. Pwede ko ihambing siya sa mga tulad ng Vivo X300 Pro, maganda and immersive ang kanyang sound experience. So since this is a flagship level phone with a flagship level chip, hindi ko talaga maiwasan na maglaro ng games dito. And sa sobrang tuwa ko, 4 ang titles nilaro ko naman dito. I was able to play Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and of course si Where Winds Meet. Pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, I was able to achieve 165 FPS sa kanyang settings. Magandang kanyang gameplay, malakas ang kanyang sounds. You definitely enjoy dito, wala kang maging problema, wala kang magiging lags dito or frame drops, and sobrang smooth ng graphics siya dito. Probably one of the better ones na nalaro ko on a flagship phone. And talagang you're really bound to enjoy on this phone. Though I would say na for CODM, it's a little bit hot. Umabot ako ng 40 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Pagdating sa Genshin Impact, I was able to achieve 60 FPS dito sa kanya. Kahit nakaset na ako sa highest frame rates, kahit naka-priority na kanya frame rate, 60 FPS lang na-achieve natin. The gameplay was nice, smooth, kahit mag-clash ka. Pag tinitingnan ko ng mga FPS counter, hindi naman siya masyadong nagda-drop, nasa 58 lang, pinakamababa. And I would tell you na sobrang ganda, sobrang immersive experience ko dito. Maganda ka ng graphics, smooth ang gameplay, and pinakamainit na inabot ko dito is just 40 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Where Winds Meet, umabot din tayo ng 60 FPS, and the gameplay was definitely nice. I would tell you na sobrang enjoy din ako dito sa game na ito. Though hindi ko siya madalas nilalaro. Pero one thing na sobrang gusto ko naman dito sa kanya is ang ganda na ng graphics. Overall gameplay is really good, smooth, wala kang mafe-feel na frame drops. And pinakamainit na inabot ko dito after 30 minutes is 40 degrees Celsius. But that is a Wuthering Waves. Umabot din ako ng 60 FPS. And the gameplay was also okay. Pretty solid naman siya. Kahit mag-clash ka, wala kang mafe-feel na frame drops. Pinakamababa na nakita ko lang is just 57 FPS. And overall, maganda ka ng touch response. The graphics is good. The sounds is solid. And definitely mag-enjoy ka dito dahil ST8 Elite Gen 5 is definitely very powerful. And pinakamainit na inabot ko sa kanya is 44 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Now, pag-usapan na natin right now ang kanyang camera. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor with OIS, 50MP na periscope telephoto lens with up to 3.5 times optical zoom. Meron din siya 50MP na ultra-wide lens na may 116 degrees na field of view. Kaya na mag-shoot up to 8K and 30. Harap niya is 32MP which can shoot you up to 4K and 60 FPS. Now, kamusta naman mga shots na nakuha natin on this phone? On outdoor shot, I would tell you na maganda naman mga nakuha ko on greens. Pero one thing na napansin ko sa kanya is that it's more of the darker saturation ng green. But overall, most of the shots na nakuha natin quite good and solid. And kahit mga simple shots like this one, habang nasa-stroll ka, kunwari turista ka sa may Mall of Asia area, kita mo ang ganda nitong pagka-capture natin dito sa globe na ito. And this is mostly a close-up shot, a 1-time zoom and 2-time zoom. Talagang solid ang mga photos na makaka-capture mo using this camera. I'm really happy with most of the shots na nakuha ko dito. And I would say na it's pretty much good, and though it's a little bit saturated, pero maganda mga kanyang saturation. Now, if you happen to use yung kanyang ultra-wide lens, this is how it looks like. And you can zoom it all the way up to 120 times zoom, which is kasing level na mga zooming cameras like the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. Ganito makukuha mo, no? Though I would say na hindi ganun ka-sharp na yung photo kahit digital zoom na siya. Pero I would say na kahit papano, it's still acceptable for me, Now, pagdating naman sa indoor, pagdating sa mga low light shot, I did try to take some food photography. Now, one thing na napansin ko after nawala si Hasselblad dito kay OnePlus 15 is that yung mga food shot is hindi yung sobrang litaw. If I recall it right, pagdating sa OnePlus 14, yung mga food shots ko is better than this one. Medyo mas litaw siya, medyo mas masarap tingnan. Yung tipong gusto mong kainin yung mga food. Probably not on this one. Medyo mas pale siya ng konti. Yan na napansin ko dito sa mga shots na nakuha ko. Hindi siya kasing stand out tulad na na-capture ko sa OnePlus 14 na may Hasselblad pa. Pero pagdating sa mga low light na mga shots na ito, I would say tama lang. Probably not yung sobrang litaw like the other flagship. Probably that's one thing na namimiss ko dito sa OnePlus 15 is yung collaboration nila with Hasselblad. But itself naman, good ang mga photo. Now, if you're trying to take some outdoor selfie shot, you'll be able to get some really nice snap naman dito sa kanya. Litaw naman mga photos, solid naman. And wala akong naging problema sa mga outdoor na selfie shots. Kahit dalhin mo siya indoor, medyo magsasoften siya ng konti based naman sa aking observation. Pero it will still get you some nice decent shots naman, just like this one. Basta meron kang matinong lightings. Now, here's a quick sample video from the front-facing camera. And ito yung tsura ko if my face is against the sun, shooting at 4K and 60. And itong itsura ko if yung camera ko naman is against the sun. So guys, ano masasabi ninyo? By the way, gamit ko ang default microphone. Ano masasabi niyo sa quality? Ayos ba? And here's a quick one from the rear camera. 4K and 60 din kaya nito. Actually, pwede pa mag 8K and shooting at 4K and 60 right now. Very stable kanang camera, I would say. And kaya mag-zoom tayo all the way hanggang 18 times zoom. Ba? Pwede. Still very readable pa rin mga text dito sa display dito sa SM MOA Arena. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito sa OnePlus 15? Overall, tong phone nito, solid na solid siya. Lalo na if you're trying to look at mga phones like the Honor 600, Honor 600 Pro. Itong phone nito, no, I think it's probably somewhere na sa sweet spot. Nasa gitna siya ng Honor 600 and 600 Pro ng presyo. Pero yung kanyang performance can beat the hell out of Honor 600 and 600 Pro, except that you really have to sacrifice yung kanyang warranty. Overall, to OnePlus 15 for me, kanyang performance is solid pagdating sa gaming, kanyang camera is good, except that there are times na medyo pale siya kasi namimiss ko na yung Hasselblad na kanyang collaboration. Pero overall, this is a super duper solid phone below 40,000 pesos. So if you're interested guys, malaman ko sa kung nabili to, I got it from UKDB Gadgets. I'll post the link on the description box below or just simply hit yung YouTube shopping link para ma-redirect kayo sa mga official links na nire-recommend natin. Trust me, hindi ako naglalagay ng mga scam links dito. And of course guys, don't forget to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out ng mga video review just like this one, so OnePlus 15. And so paano yan guys, hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out. And so ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.